Tired of the same old radio talk show? There is an alternative. This is GONZO Radio. Because if I really wanted to, I could do this show in my sleep. I can. I've done it enough times now. It's intro and then click to me. And hi, everybody. Welcome to the GONZO Radio Show. Because that's what I'm supposed to say. Because I'm the host. I'm GONZO. How you doing, Big Daddy GONZO? That creepy guy I've heard things about. That's been the big thing today. Is that people have been hearing things about me. People have been hearing stuff about me. There's scandalous and scurrilous rumors out there running around about me, and they just so happen to come at the proper time to when I invite a pretty woman on my show who happens to be talented and funny and drives a nicer car than me, and I'm pretty upset by that. You have a really, really nice ride. Giovanni, Neal joining us in studio. Stand-up comic. Don't wait. This is an audio medium. You can talk to these people, you know.
Hey, people.
Hey, people.
I got to say, don't be deceived by my car. I have a lot of problems with that car. So.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I bought a lemon, I'm pretty sure. So.
I believe in Germany they call them a lemon.
Yeah.
Or whatever they call them. But really, seriously,
I
you
have
to
add oil to my car to keep it running.
Wow.
Or pay $10,000.
No warranty, no guarantee.
The warranty wouldn't cover it. Yeah.
Oh, I got it. Well, wait a minute. You also work in the legal field. Mm-hmm. Sue those bastards. So, I of course I dragged you in here because I wanted to promote the show at the 26 Degree Brewing Company because you're gonna be there tomorrow night.
That's right.
I'm gonna be there too.
Yay!
That's gonna be awesome. And I really wish I was one of these smart producers that really had the image up and ready to go, so I could show it to everybody, so we know what the fuck we're talking about. I've got to remember to curse because I was doing the sports show and doing sports bumpers and stuff yesterday, and I have promised myself that I am not going to curse during the sports show. I'm going to keep the sports show clean.
Why? No locker room talk on the sports show?
We want to go a little more mainstream. We want to get on terrestrial radio. And terrestrial radios, they're pearl clutchers over saucy language.
Yes,
so
yes.
I can't talk about losing my fucking ass this weekend, but not because because I had players in fantasy football that didn't quite work out for me. And I lost to like a bad team. I lost to like a shitty team, and anyway. But enough about me. How about you? That's quite the lineup you're on with tomorrow night, and I got the graphic up now. It's like, woo!
I'm excited. Yeah.
I mean, of course, and now Casey Conley is the host of the event. That's kind
right.
of her room.
That's her room.
And this lineup is heavy on the ladies with you and Elena, and then of course Casey will come out and do her set early on before she introduces everybody else, and then you got Phil Ismie and Jay Guy headline and feature. And then some guy named Brendan J. and some guy named Randy Vega that was on the show last week. Just throw a couple of guys in there, a couple more guys.
Vega.
You know
him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, Randy's kind of my boy. I mean, I like Randy. I like Randy a lot. Randy's a good guy.
Y'all had some good sports talk, but I was like, not really. I listened to last week's show, but I was like, it's just all this sports.
It's too sporty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever see me talk about sports? Unless it's about how football players are beating their wives.
Okay. So how about it? How about sports? What don't you like about sports?
I don't know. I just...
I'm too loud, too dirty, too stupid?
No, like, I play sports. I play soccer recreationally right now. I play basketball. I just prefer it live. Like, if I'm going to watch sports, I prefer it live. I worked for Minute Maid Park for about 5 years.
Oh! You're very well acquainted with baseball.
We're the Astros, yes. I loved it, but
good sports fans out there in Houston. Good baseball people too.
Yeah. I didn't like the football fans.
Little loud, little red.
I tried working those games too, and that was
football fans are more into substance abuse especially alcohol. I mean, not marijuana so much, and not weed so much in Texas, but boy, they drink them some alcohol.
Like, I was at a football game, right? One of the Texans games, and this grandma was about to fight this teenager, and I was like, I'm not working these games anymore.
Them old people want to fight. It gets so drunk, grandma wants to fight like somebody's nephew. Yeah, that's. Love you, Texas.
Too many people at the game.
But love you, Texas. Love you. I got a lot of people in Texas. I got a lot of people that want me to come to Texas to visit, and I'm.
Are you waiting on them to legalize it, or?
Can you imagine if Texas legalized weed? They would be so mellow. They'd be so chilled. They'd be like, they'd be like, yeah, them gay people are pretty all right. They're pretty okay, But Tony Romo still sucks. I mean, they won't forget their sports. But,
yeah.
Well, I can understand being part of that, like that super dedicated Texas sports mentality, and having to work around it can make you a little tired of it. But I swear we're not all troglodytes.
Well, and I think I never my high school football team sucks. My colleges. They weren't great when I was there, so I just never really got into it. I played basketball. I've watched basketball. I used to watch basketball.
Well, you're more of a player than a watcher.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, that's one thing that I've found that's really funny, especially players that are playing at the time, because I've known a few college football players and I've known a few college basketball players, and they've also gone on to play in the D League. And that's one thing is that they don't watch the sport as much as regular folks do.
Yeah.
Like, they will watch a particular game. Okay, a buddy of mine somebody I met at my club. He was playing for, I want to say, the Skyhawks in the D League for the NBA, and the only thing that he wanted to watch were the games from the team that his D League team was affiliated with, which I believe was the San Antonio Spurs. He's like, because I want to see how they do it. I want to see how they're doing. He doesn't even care if they win or lose the game. He cheers for them a little and whatnot, but he's just like, okay, it's like, how do they do? Okay,
that's a good team, and that's a good. I know that much. I know that's a good team to watch.
Yeah.
Fundamentally sound
Greg
basketball
Popovich
team.
is one of the greatest all-time coaches ever. We're talking about sports.
I'm so
got
mad.
Her again.
I'm so mad.
I got you. I got you again. But listen, and I know women are more and more literate about sports. They're more interested in sports. And I even think they'd even be more interested in sports if we start paying the same as we pay men in sports, especially on the soccer team. That's right. I said it. USA Soccer pay the women the same. They deserve to be paid more.
Yes.
But I digress. We didn't come here to talk about sports.
Okay.
We didn't. Because, even though as interesting as sports may be, we did, however, come to talk about some of the weirder stories of the day, and
that's right up my alley.
I'm very disappointed, though. I'm very disappointed because it wasn't a very weird day. It really wasn't. I mean, like I told you when you came in, I was looking through stories and looking, and I try the same way that I try not to pick on the president. Because that's low-hanging fruit. That's low-hanging fruit that's on the ground. You trip on it, you slip on it, you end up on your own ass. But I decided that I had to go for Florida Man. I had to go for Florida Man.
Okay.
Florida Man's a good go-to.
Always.
Okay, Florida Man's always a good go-to.
Yeah.
So I had to go for Florida Man. And let's get to that segment that always seems to have Florida Man in it. And it's, are you fucking kidding me?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you FKM?
Are you
fucking kidding me?
Florida Man. My buddy, my pal, you're bailing me out tonight, Florida Man. You're bailing me out. I got two Florida Mans. I got 2 for 1. It's Florida Man, so you get BOGO, okay? So what we're doing here, and yes, I'm looking at the screen while I'm operating this. Your current Florida Man is a gentleman who, oh my God, a Florida man with a history of catching alligators used a surprising method to remove one of the creatures from his swimming pool. Paul Bedard, I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He is he's an animal trapper. He's been on Animal Planet with the Gator Boys. He lives out here in Parkland, and it turns out he also works with the statewide NAP program or SNAP program, the statewide nuisance alligator program. And he had a 9-foot alligator in his pool. How would you think you would go about getting a 9-foot alligator, 9 foot, out of your pool? How would you go about doing that?
If it was me, I'm calling someone, of course.
Well, that's the guy.
He's the trapper that I would
Right.
call. So I'm sure he has some type of tools at his home.
He decided he was going to play with it for a little bit.
Oh my God.
And he jumped in the water, played around with him, lifted him over his head so that the alligator couldn't make contact with the water. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Lifted him over his head.
And our other Florida man. It's a thing of beauty because I will say this, okay? I am a born and bred Florida man. I was born down here.
Uh-oh.
Okay. No, I'm not nuts like that. I am not the dilapidated trailer at the end of the cul-de-sac in lot 6. It's not me. And I have I've never violated an animal under the blackout influence of alcohol. I have never had sex with any blood relatives, and I've never tried to take a shot at a hurricane. Not with a gun, at least.
Thank you for clearing that up.
I'm just making sure.
Are you sure you're a Florida man?
Florida man by location of birth. Okay, but this Florida man, he's a good one. This one's a good one. A Florida man was arrested after cops accused him of beating to death a peeping Tom who saw him having sex with his girlfriend through a window. Now,
Okay.
I can understand that. I can dig it. I can relate. I totally understand.
Did he have to beat him to death? You know what? About that story, I'll say this. He didn't use a gun. So that's...
Well, well, first of all, you fucked around and looked in somebody's window while they were having sex.
That's really
And
creepy.
that's verboten. That's a no-no. I don't care what the situation is. That's a no-no.
It is, but is it...
Whether you have a death penalty?
Yeah. I always use, the term like life, property over life. We always will kill over property.
Right.
But then this is not property, so I don't know how to put it. But
You
it's
don't
still
know
not.
you don't know what their relationship was. It could have been like a dom sub thing.
Yeah.
You might not want to see her.
And that's why. So then
chained to the pommel horse with a hoodie with a gimp hood on. And
he was just standing his ground. Then
with a horsey tail, like butt plug thingy. And hey, don't look at that. You know what it is? It was he was jacked up on testosterone from having sex with his girlfriend, and he went and bang, and he shouldn't have been looking at his girl's booty.
I think the real Florida man of that story was the Peeping Tom.
The Peeping Tom. Check this out. Okay, so and it's such a Florida name, Victor Vickery, and yes, that's VICTOR VICKERY. His arrest Thursday for manslaughter, including a lengthy investigation by Fort Lauderdale police into the July 2018 death of 57-year-old Assad Akkar. Yeah, Assad Akkar. In the arrest affidavit, Sergeant Stephen Novak quoted Vickery as saying that he was in bed with his girlfriend in her house, and they were getting intimate when they heard a scratching on the window and possibly somebody pulling on it. Vickery said the same thing happened on a previous occasion when he was there. Sergeant wrote that Vickery ran outside naked and barefoot, confronted Akkar, who exposed himself, then kicked and punched him a handful of times as they fought. Vickery informed that he was afraid for his safety during the fight. Akkar died of blunt force trauma. Ooh, like severe sidewalk inhalation.
Yeah, maybe he didn't mean to beat him to death, but it just kind of...
You're naked. Like with somewhat of a boner still.
Yeah.
You're naked.
Yeah.
Might even be a little sweaty.
Yeah.
You've been doing work.
And you just run out.
You've been, and then what? Son of a bitch! And now you run outside, and you're like, "Hey, motherfucker!" And he goes, "Ha ha." I mean, seriously, there's no shame that you want to fight. Then
Do you think Assad knew he was gonna lose his life that night?
I think
That way, like, oh, his poor family.
Well,
That's how you die.
are you one of those devil's advocates now? You're like, oh, think about it from that guy's point of view.
No, I'm kind of making fun of him.
And, well, he was just.
I'm kind of making fun of him. That's a horrible way to go, right?
What, naked? He
Not naked. He's not the one that died. The naked guy is the one who beat up.
and he got his ass beat to death by
Well,
a
I guess-
naked guy.
Yeah, I guess the other guy could have been naked too, or had something out when he got busted. But
Yikes!
just to be busted like that.
But how would you like to be the cop that rolls up on that scene? Naked guy, pacing back and forth, smoking a cigarette, pissed off and agitated.
No pants on.
Nope.
No pants on yet.
Well, there's no such thing as payphones anymore. Are you kidding?
No pants.
Oh, no pants on. No, fuck
No
it,
pants
naked.
on.
That's right. I killed him and I was naked when I did it. Florida, bitches.
I got to get back to work, right?
I got to get back to work.
I got to get back to work.
I told my girlfriend not to put her clothes on and leave the hood on. I love you, Florida man. Thank you so much. You are the best. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back, and I'm going to subject you to the 7 deadly questions, if that's okay with you.
Okay.
Do you approve?
Of course.
You have been warned. You have seen them in advance. You haven't been given very much time to come up with answers.
No, I think I remember my answers, so.
Oh, okay. Good. Oh, it's not a test. It's not a test, and you're not
It's
going to
always
get
a
graded.
test. It's always a test.
You're not going to get graded. You might get judged a little bit, but you're not going to get graded. I swear. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and on that break, I think we're going to spin a little. We're going to spin a local. We're going to Nadim Awad. We're going to do a little bit of him, and we're going to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. The meme show, of course, can't miss that. And 7 deadly questions coming up next with Giovanni Neal.
I am Arab, but sometimes I get confused for a Spanish guy. So now I can't go to Home Depot till after 10 o'clock. It's crazy, man. They keep trying to pick me up for day labor. I'll be outside on my cell phone, some guy will open his trunk and he's like, get in! Get in! He's like, I need some drywall work done. I'm like, drywall work? I'm not here for any work. I'm here to buy paint. And the Spanish guys that hear me, they'll get mad. They'll be like, amigo, ¿qué pasó, güey? There's too many people here today. I said, listen, brother, I'm not here looking for any work. I'm here to buy paint. Oh, you paint? I paint too. So I hired 2 of them to paint my house. Fix that problem.
GONZO Radio.
sharing the hate. Here with Giovanni Neal, stand-up comic and fellow despiser of, even though we are chronic users of Facebook, we hate it, but we love it. We hate it, but we love it. It's like for me, it's like the psycho girlfriend, okay, who is obnoxious, okay, but she's hot and the sex is just fucking crazy good and she knows how to cook, but she's a psycho and she'll cut you and she'll make your life miserable and then not talk to you. And I mean, well, in your instance, it would be you change, of course, the genitals to penis, and he acts like a respectful human being, and he actually shares his feelings, and he tells the truth all the time. But he's dumb, you know. It's just like, you know, it's there's so much that
Zuckerberg in a nutshell.
Yeah.
So,
he is.
I got kicked off of Facebook, and like I was like done. I was like, I'm not coming back. Like, I'm done. But then I started my own business, and that's the thing about Facebook, because I grew Blame Girl on Facebook, on Twitter, on, you know, all the platforms, and it like hurt me because I had like a big following on there. And
shit, why do you think I brought you on here? No, just kidding. Just playing. Just playing. But yeah, I've been warning people. For a while that you are going to see Facebook turn into a pay-for-play deal.
Yeah. Period.
Pay for play.
Yeah.
There's no more free Facebook.
You want to be visible, you got to pay for it.
Yeah.
Right.
No more free Facebook. Literally the only way you can be free Facebook is if you have like a private account with all your private friends. And even then they'll try to find some way to fuck with you.
They the flyer for the show.
Right.
They marked it as spam.
Uh-huh.
I was like, what?
We're seeing more and more people now. I mean, I move in several different industries, if you will, not just comedy and not just strip clubs, but if you look at regular bars, okay, and I mean it's something that kind of just like whatever. But you got a lot of pretty girl bartenders that are always doing the "come see me, I'm working today from then to such time," and that's self-promoting, and that's fine. But now they're going to start dialing back on them. They're going to start reeling them in, and they're going to start reeling everybody in. So it's going to be pay. People are going to get real
capitalism.
Upset.
Like
real upset.
They don't want to miss out on any of their money, you know.
Yeah, well, and guess what? It
was like the freest billboard ever, Facebook, you know.
Yep. And now it's fuck you, pay me.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Now it's fuck you, pay me. Way to go, Zuck. Way to go with the 3% return model for your investors on all your stock holders. We hope you're happy because this really cool thing that you invented or you stole in college, you swiped in college. Way to go, Edison. You have now become, well, no, he's been Satan Hitler for 10 years now. He really has. It's just been like, you know, and it's just become more and more of an evil empire as it goes along. With the information selling from 10 years ago. 10 years we've been tolerating it.
Yeah.
You know? What? What do you hate? What?
I hate that I need it.
Let the hate flow.
I hate that I need Facebook.
We are a Sith friendly organization. Let the hate, your anger makes you stronger.
In the right place. Yeah, no, yes. I hate that they just. I hate them. I hate that I need them though. I hate that I had to come back. So, but
it's a fucking dysfunctional relationship.
Yeah, it is.
It's just like I hate you, motherfucker, but the dick is too good. I can't fucking just shut up. Just shut up. That's all you want to do is just tell them shut up.
Yeah.
Don't say nothing. Just sit down here.
Quit
Here's some fucking
I've
Doritos.
Use
shut up.
My normal name, my birth given name.
Right. Right. Well, that's when I knew there was trouble, when the anonymity went out the door.
Yeah.
You know, I started dabbling in Facebook in like 2008. Okay, and I really didn't start getting into it until 2009. And one of the first things I found is that if you friend request people in the industry or people you work with or people who know people that you work with or whatnot, they will take your shit and show it to people if you share personal feelings. And I fucked around and talked about how I hate this place. I'm tired of working here, and I forgot that I had like 4 or 5 people from that organization, and they sold me out. I didn't lose my job. I quit before they could fire me.
Okay.
But somebody totally, and I never trusted that motherfucker. That was a guy who used to be on the old version of this show. I never trusted a motherfucker ever. I don't trust him at all. He's supposed to be a stand-up guy. He snitched and sold me out. Snitch. You a fucking snitch. But anyway, and I hope he's watching.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm
You're
getting my rant on you, snitch motherfucker. But I noticed that once it started meaning something, your actual name started meaning something. Because I mean, I started off as DJ Gonzo, and I was Big Daddy Gonzo.
I had Blame Girl, Blame Girl, and Blame Girl Says, and all this stuff. And then
not a group,
like, you
but
have
an actual page.
They were like, you have to use your name, and then I did, and then they. Like, all I know is the last post I did was about incels, and that was about 3 years ago on that old profile. And I was kicked off after that, and I was like, some incel working for Facebook got mad and, like, took me down.
That bitch is talking about me!
Yeah, it took me down.
Fucking
and they just
Muppets.
wanted me to verify my ID, like, who I was. And I was using my name. I was Neal.
Right.
And it's Giovanni Neal, but I was still, like, that's close enough. I sent them my license, and they ghosted me, and I was like, here you go. So I started using Instagram a lot more.
And then they turned around and bought the goddamn thing.
They'd already bought it.
They're the evil empire. They bought Instagram. They bought WhatsApp.
Can't live without them.
Can't live without them.
They bought WhatsApp?
They bought WhatsApp. Yeah, the English, the UK Facebook type deal.
What is he doing? Like, what is he doing? Is he
evil
just want to
empire,
know all our
baby?
business?
Evil empire. Big Brother
God.
is Mark Zuckerberg is Big Brother.
He's Big Brother.
He is Big Brother.
That's what
okay?
I always said. Like, people like scream about the government. I'm like, you're giving these private corporations a lot more invasion into your privacy than you're giving Big Brother. Target.
He is Big Brother.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
But let's put it to you this way, okay? Facebook has generationally, they've lost a demographic. They've lost the kids.
Good.
If you're under 35, there's not a lot of under 35-year-olds in the United States. In the U.S., 35 and under, that membership is dwindling. Like, little kids don't get on Facebook no more.
No, I know.
Teenagers, they're on Snapchat. They're on Instagram.
TikTok.
They're
That's
all
what
about
they're-
that TikTok.
I
and
would-
Twitter.
I had started a
You know?
TikTok, and my best friend's daughter, she's like 13. She's like, you have a TikTok? I was like, yeah.
Yeah, let's see. You stepped into kid territory. I've got one.
Yeah,
I
you
got
got
one.
to. If
Gonzo
you got-
Radio Podcast on TikTok. Go ahead, check it out.
If you have
It's
a
got, like,
brand, you
one
better
stupid
have
thing.
all kinds of across the board. You better have it. I have a TikTok. I have a Twitter. I have a YouTube. I
Yeah.
have,
Oh, yeah. So do
if
I.
you're serious about
yeah.
your branding, you got to,
Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah, I get them in with one Instagram. I'll get a rant in with the Instagram, and it goes to Twitter, and it goes to Twitter, and it goes to Facebook, and I'll hashtag the shit out of everything. Because when it goes to Twitter, it gets a little bit of attention on Twitter.
You got to do the hashtag.
Got to do the hashtags.
I know.
Look at me. Look at me. I'm Mr. Meeseeks. So are you ready for the 7 deadly questions?
I am.
Are you sure? I mean, did you stretch? Actually, let me
pull them up.
Oh, you're gonna pull them up. Okay, you're gonna.
So I have them in front of me while you ask.
Oh.
Okay. I'm a professional. Okay.
Yes, you are a professional. This is a highly professional show. Okay, let's go ahead and roll that intro. Yeah, that's your 7 deadly questions. We're going to be starting off. If you're ready, are you ready?
Yeah.
Giovanni Neal. Here we go.
I was studying.
7 deadly. You're not going to be graded. This isn't pass fail. All
The
right,
people will grade me.
Let them.
They will grade me.
Let them. Yeah, like the people in the chat room. Don't worry about them. They're not there. Yeah. You see, a little while ago, I I stopped treating this show like a hobby show. Mm-hmm. It was about a year ago. Stopped treating it like a hobby show. And people I was doing it with made it their little hobby, their little deal, their little, they like to hang out and do a podcast. The only problem is that mine isn't, a neighborhood HOA, soccer mom, puppies and kitties fucking podcast. This shit's serious to me. So, like the same way that I hear people that look down their nose at, ew, why would I do a podcast? You want to do it next week? Sure, I'd love to do your podcast. You hypocrite fucks. like people who tell me, like people who like to fucking jibber jabber about how I do heinous things that are not me, are totally not me, and I don't have to even go so far as to defend it. I want to roast her really bad, but I'm not going to. Yeah. We're going to do your 7 deadly questions anyway, because I'm not crazy. I swear I'm not. By the way, comedy show, 26 Degree Brewing Company, tomorrow night, 8 p.m., free entry, really fucking good beer. I know I've been there before. Come
out.
Really.
I can't wait to taste their beer.
Their beer's really, really good.
I had it.
You're gonna get
Yeah,
drunk?
someone was explaining it's like some type of a method, the 26 degrees, right? That's something.
Yeah, 26 degrees is an optimal temperature for storing beer.
Okay.
Because it doesn't freeze quite as much, but and keeps it really cold, really chilly. So here we go. 7 deadly questions, starting off with lust. If you could fuck anybody, man, woman, historical figure, dead or alive, cartoon character, fictitious character, who would it be?
I'm going to go with Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa. Very much alive, very much popular. Okay,
Lisa Bonet's husband. Get it?
Yeah. If Lisa Bonet's getting it, it must be good. It's really cool. I saw Angel Heart the other night. It was on like Showtime North Dakota or some shit at 4:00 in the morning.
I know it's Lisa Bonet, but it was Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke.
Oh
Mickey Rourke.
That's so funny.
Probably the last time that
Was
neither
it
of
soft
them.
porn too?
Yeah, it was like softcore porn. There was. They
They
were getting busy. Oh yeah, it was good stuff though. Actually, it's like one of those funky New Orleans voodoo movies. But you should watch sometimes. It's a lot of fun. Okay, number 2, gluttony. What is your favorite pig out food? I mean, like
street tacos.
Oh, bam.
Street tacos.
Street tacos. I like street tacos.
Tacos generally, but I'm a Texan, so.
Oh, well, yeah. that answers. By the way, for those of you who wanted to know where she's from, she is from Texas. Whereabouts in Texas?
Austin.
Well, keep it weird.
Yeah, born in San Antonio,
Oh.
raised in Austin.
Oh.
And I lived in Houston before.
See, that's why you know about the Spurs and the Houston. She is Texas.
I am a Texan.
Okay, then explain the Italian first name.
I don't know. I can't. My mom just I can explain this. My mom gave both me and my sister boy names.
Okay.
I don't know why she went with an Italian man. It's for mine. My sister's name is Xavier. She's an author. She's Xavier Neal.
Okay.
And she gave us these names so that we'd be able to be treated fairly in the workplace, like men. So they
sneaky smart.
Look at our resumes and be like, "Oh, that guy."
Sneaky smart.
Yeah. But Giovanni.
Giovanni. Let me
Why
tell
couldn't you give me a whiter man's name?
It's very, very. It's very, very. I wouldn't say it's off-putting. It's disarming, and for just one of the reasons why too. Because when I saw Giovanni Neal on Facebook, and I was like, and you had Go Neal.
Yeah.
So I was like.
So that's the thing about the Facebook. Like I had this profile back like 2010. I was a teacher, and I could not let the kids find me, so I went with Go.
Oh, okay. We had to be anonymous. Yeah, but you were a black woman with an Italian first name.
Yeah, it's weird.
I was confused for about 4 seconds. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Could be a variation of her first name. It could be a nickname. I people call me Gonzo. My real name is Richard.
When I met you, I was like, what should I call you?
Right.
And and actually that's really funny because that's been a big thing lately. People are like, I don't know what to call you. Like Drew Illa was like, forgot my name on stage, but he was like, I didn't forget your name. I just didn't know if I should call you Go or Gio or Giovanni or Blame Girl. And I was like, okay, I've got to fix this. So I'm trying to brand myself a little bit better now because I want to incorporate Blame Girl because it's already established as a brand.
Oh yeah.
And my comic persona Giovanni. So that's what
you should tag it. You should say, listen, she is the Blame Girl, Giovanni Neal. You know, coming to the stage, she is the Blame Girl. And yes, I know how to host. Meh. So, okay, moving on to number
Clearly,
3. We were talking about tacos, but we're going to move on because you know from today, I'm fired up. I'm fired up not only from the incident that we witnessed earlier today, but I'm fired up from another thing too because I like haters. I like haters.
Mm-hmm.
I like people that I like people that hate on me. I like people that are critical of me. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it because it keeps me on my game. It keeps my edge.
Yeah.
And when somebody comes at me, especially in the one incident, the ridiculous incident that we witnessed today, and another incident where somebody was giving me grief for sending them my show link via instant message. And I'm like, I thought you might want to. Well, I work Monday nights. I was like, okay, I'm good. Well, how long you been doing this stupid podcast? I'm like, oh, okay. I don't need to talk to you anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need you. You want to yell and scream and be a grouchy old man, and I just went, and I don't need to hear from them anymore. You know, it's another person who revealed themselves to be a faker, and that's good. That's really good. I mean, I don't want to. I'm getting to that point right now where this is going to start. If we're lucky, and we should be lucky, we're going to start generating, revenue. We're just going to start paying for itself, at least paying for itself, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Help me. And drawing a much larger audience, which is going to get more haters. And I need practice. So thank you. Bring the hate, bring the nonsense. I'm ready for you.
I feel like you handled it well. So
I
don't know if you had some side messages, but publicly on the thread, you were like, ha ha ha, that's what you've heard about
humor,
me now. Yeah,
joke. I'm like, really? Midget porn? Is that what I did? And like I said, we're going to get into the details of it because I firmly think that the person that we were dealing with, it does have some form of mental illness or might be in the spectrum somehow. I don't know. So I kind of feel bad roasting somebody who is a little,
Yeah, I don't know that they're in the right mental space.
Yeah, because I'm a mental health advocate.
Yeah.
And I'm also an advocate for people in the spectrum with Asperger's, people with the different various forms of autism. You
never know,
so
what someone's going through, why they might be lashing out at you or whoever they're lashing out that
just
day.
Insane.
Yeah.
So I mean, this guy and that girl, and it's just like it's been that day where it's like it keep me on my toes. Like, hey, all right, what? What now? What? Who? What? Where? Who? There was somebody hit me. Where'd that come from? But I loved it. I do. I really do. I love it. I eat that shit up. It's one thing I haven't.
Me too. That's like, I was sad when I got kicked off of Facebook the first time because I like to get up and just troll and just talk shit to people on Facebook. That's my Sunday morning.
I've seen some of this shit you get into with these people. I can't do it.
It's
fun. It's beneath your intelligence. I see some of this shit you deal with, some of the people you deal with, and I'm like, why engage?
If I feel like it is, then I just don't. I stop engaging.
You're talking physics to a fucking caveman.
I got some people that are just trolling,
Of course,
but some people that
they're shut-ins. They're the president's 400-pound fat guy sitting on his bed with his laptop. They're morons.
But some issues I do talk about. I do try to hammer home to people. When I'm talking about
you're trying to. I've seen you try to hammer facts into a head that does not accept facts.
Yeah.
Okay. Like things like math and science. No, that's and they come with all the platitudes, and it's just not everything is fake news there, Bubba. Not everything is fake news.
They're just crazy.
Yeah.
The guy the other day that's trying to argue that the natives were so bad that they deserved Columbus,
Oh,
and he
the
sends me a
native
link
Indians.
to a satire
Now,
website.
all right.
I'm like,
now listen, and now what he was talking
you can't
about.
argue and be sending
he-
satire links.
Some
You
of
got to
no,
know better.
no, some of what he said is factual. Okay, the Indians
they
were
were-
tough like that.
Yeah,
okay, it's a hard life in a hard world. The Indians were tough like that, but the
I think
other
it was-
stuff is a little
Let me just
nutty.
say this, like, I don't know when like mankind became like more humane, but during that time, it wasn't just the Indians that were inhumane. Clearly,
Oh, yeah, no,
like, that's
no,
just
no,
how
no.
people were, I guess. But
Hey, we have a fuck Columbus show every year.
But, I mean,
because
he
we're on
was-
Monday night, so
he-
fuck Columbus Day.
he
Hey,
went over the top. They like scolded him and made him come home. Like he was that bad, you know.
yeah,
So
yeah,
why are we celebrating him?
yeah. We're
Anyway.
talking torture, rape then
People
torture,
don't want to
torture,
let go
rape,
of their
kill.
stupid traditions. So
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah, I won't propagate it though. I won't propagate it. The guy was genocidal goldmonger. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Genocidal goldmonger.
I-
Number 3.
okay.
I am the king of segues. Number 3, redirect. Greed. Okay, besides money. Okay, everybody's got to have money. Give me. Okay, what is it that you like to collect? What is it that you like to have around and have a bunch of? And like, and you know, this is my 1945 nickel, you know, that type of deal. What is it that you like to collect?
Because you sent me the questions ahead. The first thing that
You
came
were
to
warned.
mind was friends.
Friends.
I know that sounds cheesy, but
It's good to have friends, real ones.
yeah.
Yeah, real friends. Okay.
No, I agree. I have real friends, and I'm a real one. So
Well, there you go.
you know.
Oh, I know you're real. I know you're real. Unlike what a few comics in the scene might think that I show up to comedy shows just to sniff around and see if I can't drag somebody onto my podcast. I do actually go and like see people and see them on stage and see how they interact. I see if they're really assholes or not.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
one thing I noticed that a couple of the comics that really are kind of reluctant to come on my show, that they're pretty assy. Mm-hmm. They're pretty like, like, it's like, oh, I don't have to beg for you to come on my show.
Yeah.
I have actors, I have musicians, I have DJs,
Some
I have
people are just
porn
really-
stars. I mean,
They
they
just
just want to hate to hate.
yeah.
They just want to hate to hate, or
Or
maybe-
they're arrogant and they shouldn't be. You know.
I have seen, this gray comes with some years. This gray comes with seeing some shit. Okay, and not just the stuff I die on the sides, but this gray comes with seeing some shit. And I've seen metric tons of cocky assholes that look down their nose at this, and that wouldn't be a good career move for me. And what does that do for me? You lack the humility.
Yeah.
You lack the gratitude.
Yeah.
And you seem to be somebody who only reaches a certain level of success. And you can just smell this good shit right up here, but you're never going to get there because you know how you get there? By being humble and helping people out and doing stuff and doing things without expecting repayment and pushing other people, not only yourself, not only self-promoting, but promoting other people and being genuine and giving value and giving of yourself. And I sound like a fucking Gary V video right now, but it's true. It is true.
Yeah.
It really is. And fuck what other people think. People want to talk shit about how, I'm not going on your podcast. It wouldn't be, what does it do for me? I don't know. What the fuck does it do for
Yeah.
you? What were you doing Monday night? Getting ready for open mic? Go up there and read the same note to everybody?
You can still go to open mic after.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah, I was going to say,
gotta go
you'll
get
be out of
ready.
here before 9 o'clock, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, I got to go get ready for tomorrow. So
Okay. Well, then, let's get to number 4, sloth.
I'm not rushing you.
Let's get to number 4, sloth. What is it that you like to get out of doing?
Phone calls, work phone calls
Work
specifically.
phone calls.
Yeah, I hate having to call clerks or freaking clients or lawyers or.
Right.
I'd rather just email or text work stuff.
But they seem to need actual
Yeah,
vocal
you know, sometimes you
conversation.
deal with clients that don't even have email addresses. And
Oh.
So you have to call them all
Cave
the time.
people. Gay people. What kind of backwards ass country fucks?
Yeah.
Backwards ass country fucks. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have an email.
Immigrants.
Immigrantes. Yeah. Okay. So we do some immigration work then. Okay.
I don't, but one of the firms that I do work with, it's a
You said
Haitian
doo-doo,
attorney.
But go ahead. Yeah, a Haitian attorney. Right. Okay.
He's
yeah.
a Haitian attorney, and a lot of his clients are, you know, from the islands, not just Haitian, but all over.
And they don't necessarily have an email.
Exactly. And they are, and I'd say they're older too. Yeah.
Oh, that's some thick patois too. That's ooh. Okay. Let's see. Wrath. Oh, wrath is a good one. Now I have to preface wrath.
Clearly.
Wrath.
Clearly.
Besides the current president of the United States, besides him, who is it you would just love to punch in the face?
I do have a blog post about who I used to want to punch in the face. I thought about this when you asked me, and I was like, but now you know who it is? Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz, the ultimate ass kisser.
I hate his face. Yeah.
Oh, Ted Cruz has ruined his credibility on his own side of the aisle. Okay? He's one of those guys where in the beginning he was going toe to toe in the campaign.
Yeah.
And he was getting called names. His old lady was getting called names. He was getting shit on.
His dad.
And then he had the meeting and was told, get on the team or we're going to dump truck your ass.
Mm-hmm.
And he got on the team and
Like Lindsey Graham did, but it's but Ted Cruz is just so much more, you know.
Yeah, because he was such a warrior against the Red Hats. I will call them the Red Hats. He was such a warrior.
But even just before, like
it's they hold the whole entire party and and part of the middle that succumbed to that cult of personality, and they're finding out now. They're you know they were apologists and made excuses, and then all of a sudden they got no more apologies and no more excuses. Got to make sure I had a button going over there. Okay, so we drifted off into politics. Kate, take it easy. People are going, oh my God, he's talking about politics now.
yes.
Oh, I'm here to entertain.
I thought that's what this show was about.
Yeah,
I'm
we
just
do
kidding.
that a little bit. We do that a little bit.
You should definitely
but
have
it
me
gets
back
boring.
when we do that.
It gets
but
boring.
you know, it does. I've talked about it so long. Like I'm not even paying attention to the primaries this year because I got blamed a lot. I'm a Bernie bro, so I got blamed a lot.
Blame girl.
After the last election, so I'm like, I'm staying out of it. I'll vote for Bernie in the primaries, but I'm not gonna even like talk about it much on Facebook.
Well, the actual voting primaries don't come up until when?
I think it's next spring?
Yeah, it's like next May,
Summer?
some shit
Yeah,
like
like
that.
right before the summer.
They got to whittle that field down. I've given lots of suggestions. Throw a garbage can full of baseball bats in the middle of go. You know,
Yeah.
or big knives and machetes. Go. Let's whittle it down.
Yeah.
I still think Elizabeth Warren will come out on top because she's a wiry, mean old lady.
That's what I saw today. That I mean, I watched the old Daily Show from last week, and it went over the debate, and everyone was going for her. Everyone's picking on her.
They have to.
I was like, oh.
They have to.
And I mean, Bernie over Elizabeth, you know. But if the dream ticket, those two together, you know. And
Well,
I've never really been a very big Elizabeth Warren fan because Elizabeth Warren was against legalization.
Oh well, fuck her.
She used to be. I don't believe it.
Listen, I am a middle left guy. Okay, I'm not real happy about the concept of foisting a whole mess of socialism on this capitalistic society. I am about sticking up for the little guy. There's got to be somewhere they're extreme left right now. They got to bring it. They got to reel it back to the middle because it's going to cause too much of a philosophical
But Gonzo,
divide.
they're not even extreme left, you know. And I'm like that too. Like I always, because I have friends, you know, that are communists, that are hardcore lefties, and I'm like,
Right.
I think a blended system a blended economic system is best. Clearly, there's some areas you don't want to be invaded with capitalism, like
No.
prisons,
No, and-
education,
Right.
medicine.
Well,
But
here's a good one for you.
I don't
Okay.
care that, Kylie Jenner makes all that money on her lipstick. I don't.
Right.
So.
And as long as she pays her taxes on it, I'm happy with her.
And pays her employees fairly.
Exactly, and pays her employees. But what you're seeing is a change in a challenge to the capitalistic system, the industrial system, the corporatist system.
And
you're seeing a challenge to that, and they do
that's
not
new.
like that. Ooh,
That's new.
no.
You can't.
At
That's
first, they
like,
started with organized labor, a bunch of fucking communists.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't want to work 12-hour days, 6 days, or 7 days a week? What? You're here to work.
Barely
work,
want
work,
to talk
work.
about a
Yeah.
labor union in the South.
Safety regulations. What are you on, drugs? Are you on drugs? Test them right now. What rights?
You
don't
just
have
had
any
a
rights.
baby. What?
Yeah, you don't have any rights. But it's everybody gets all bunched up and they get all protective of their thing. All right, but these are the growing pains of coming to that system or coming to that paradigm that this society as a whole can succeed and enjoy.
Yeah.
And that you're going to have to take the profit motive out of life and death situations. You're going to need to make being a doctor less profitable. Sorry if you doctors are out there and you're making $3, $5, $6, $7, $10 million
But you
a
don't.
year.
You can still
Sorry, you're gonna have to
offer
make six.
private health care. Offer it.
Sure.
Let people pay
Basic-
and have insurance.
But basic health care should be a right.
Yeah, I don't. People who don't have insurance, like myself, because I'm a business owner, a new one.
Right.
I shouldn't have to be like, I have to go to the hospital for something that I could just have gone to the doctor for. You know what I'm saying? And taken care of.
You mean go to the emergency room?
Yeah.
Preventative stuff. Yeah, and that's the truth. But the big problem is that we're not getting preventative care provided to the lowest levels of our society.
No doubt.
Okay.
And then you're feeding them crap, so they
Yeah,
really need
there's
preventative
listen,
care.
Once again, we could do a lot on this.
Okay,
Number
sorry.
6, envy. Hey, it's almost 9:00.
Okay.
Number 6, envy. Life swap. Anybody, ever, historical figure, living or dead, man, woman, cartoon character. If you could change places with them for an hour, a day, forever, who would it be?
Rihanna.
Rihanna.
Yeah.
I like Riri.
Yeah.
Okay. I like Rihanna when she's not trying to be ghetto. Okay, when she's not trying to be. I'm sorry, but when
I don't know if I've seen her trying to be ghetto.
she does. She tries to be ghetto. She tries to be too tough, especially her early work, her early stuff. Yeah, trying too hard, kid. Trying too hard.
No, now
Because
she's a classy. She's a
Sledgehammer.
little bit classier.
Sledgehammer. Remember that from the Star Trek movie when she did the song Sledgehammer? Mm-hmm. That is probably her best song ever. The song Sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. And that's her belting. Mm-hmm. That's her being almost on an Etta James level of bringing the blues and soul. I should play the song for you, but you already know.
I just respect her, the way she's like branded herself and like just what she's doing. She's made a lot of freaking money. She should have had
Chris
money.
Brown killed. She got enough money to kill a motherfucker. She should have had Chris Brown killed. And then have
She
Chris
love
Brown
him too
killed.
much.
Yeah, right?
She still love him.
Kill Chris Brown and go, see what happens? See what happens. Now, anybody else want to put their fucking hands on me?
She had that one song, and it's like her putting the dude's wife in the holding her hostage, put her in the trunk, and like, what is that? I can't remember.
No,
the
she's
name
had
of
a couple of psycho songs.
Yeah, she does.
Okay, so Rihanna's good. Love it. Number 7, finally, pride. What is it that you are most proud of?
I think just growing my brand, my Blame Girl brand, and how I went about doing that, getting all my
And your
followers.
restraint on Facebook.
My restraint.
Your restraint.
Yeah. I don't know.
Your restraint and tolerance
Should I be proud of my restraint on Facebook?
No. No, I'm being satirical.
Oh, okay.
I'm being
I didn't
sarcastic.
Okay. Yeah, my
You
restraint.
do a great job. I
don't
love it.
restrain myself on Facebook. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so that's what I'm most proud of. And like I just hope I could do that with my comedy, you know? Like
Oh, it's coming. It's coming along. I mean, this will be tomorrow night will be the fourth time I'll have seen you.
yeah.
And
Okay.
the first two times I saw you were open mics.
Mm-hmm.
So you weren't really like trying hard to do polished stuff. You were just trying out new one time you're trying out new material, and I think it eventually became the dick jokes that you do now. So you know, and like I said, I've seen a lot of progress in you, especially over the last 4 or 5 months. So
Yeah.
so I'm excited to see you tomorrow night.
I'm excited. I got a new set that I'm working.
A new set.
Yeah.
I love new sets.
Yep.
Because I can't tell you how many comics there are that I can go see them, and if they come out and they do their 5 or 10, I can mouth their set along with them.
Yeah.
Every punchline.
Yeah.
Aha.
And that's part of the, like, I'm like, should I be doing the same set? But I like trying new stuff, and, you know, I'll get my...
You're not lazy, so that's good.
Yeah. I write a lot, so...
See, my problem is I don't write enough.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I've
a lot
got
of
got
people.
material. I don't write enough though,
Yeah.
and you know, and I don't go to Dada enough. So it's eventually I'll get on stage, and everybody will be like, "Oh shit, I thought he was full of shit." No, because I've done it before. I've done
Yeah.
stand up before, only a little bit. So
Yeah.
like this is hard. It is difficult.
Yeah.
I've done a flat audience, not necessarily a heckling audience or anything. I don't handle hecklers very well.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, asshole. You know, it's like
I'm navigating those now. But
Yeah.
I took classes. I took Ramon's class, and I
Right.
took Ben and Richie's class.
right.
And I feel like trained to be able to do. And then like I hit the open mics over the summer like nobody's business. So
Well, a lot of mics are 3/4 of the crowd are comics, so they're not necessarily going to heckle you unless they're just fucking with you to play with you. You know, so
that's why
it happens.
good to try that new stuff. But Swamp Grass is like pretty difficult room, and they will heckle you. But they like me there, so I like go there usually every week, and I go to Backstage Jackie's mic every week.
I'd like to visit there. You're going there tonight, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you live up that way too. That's
Yeah, it's
good.
on the way home. So
It's on the way home. It's on my way. Yeah, I'd like to come up there one night and check it out actually, and I'll give you a Gonzo Radio T-shirt to go wear up there while you're up
and
there.
I'll definitely wear it.
And it's going to be hilarious because they're seeing my cousin works at the Improv up there, and they're seeing more of the Gonzo Radio shirts around the clubs.
Yeah.
And they're like, you know that guy? He's like, that's my cousin. Yeah, figures. I'm like, what do you mean figures? My cousin's cool. Fuckers. Bunch of ballbusters. But okay, well, that wraps up our 7 deadly questions. Do you feel any better? You feel any worse? You feel any more exposed?
No,
No? Do we feel we've gotten to know you better?
definitely.
Your perspective?
Yeah.
You're a big Rihanna fan?
Yes.
I like her too.
Yep.
I do. Sex with me is so amazing. Yeah, I love her. She's great. She really is.
She's just great. Yeah, all around. Not just music. So.
Well, and I like the woman from the islands too. They got a little bit of that attitude.
Yeah.
But she doesn't have the accent hardly anymore, though.
No.
She does. She got rid of it. Too much time in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I liked it when she had the accent. All right. Well, I can't thank you enough for coming on. It's been a lot of fun.
Thanks for having me.
And we will see you tomorrow night. I'm going to put one more. And once again, that's at the 26 Degrees Brewing Company. And that's way down. Where is it?
Pompano.
Atlantic Boulevard and way down in Pompano Beach. Well, way down for you. On Atlantic Boulevard and Pompano Beach. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. That's tomorrow night, 10/22. That would be October 22nd for those of you that don't know. And it's an absolutely free show. Get in. The beer's not free. You got to buy your own damn beer. But there's no 2-drink minimum or anything. But you're going to want to get at least one because the beer is really, really good there. So, Giovanni, thank you.
Come out, buy me a beer.
Okay. Yeah, like I'm not going to buy you a beer. Once again, though, thanks once again for being on. And what are your current social media platforms that we can get to you?
Okay, so I'm on Facebook as Giovanni Neal, and I'm on Instagram as Blame Girl, on Twitter as Blame Girls with an S, on YouTube, Blame Girl. I have a website, blamegirl.com,
No.
It's all streamlined. Blame girl.
Got that shit locked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like one of my former co-hosts. He has a nickname, the Idaho Jew. So he's got Idaho Jew and everything.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
at Idaho Jew.
it's branding. Oh
Yeah.
yes, and I have a page on Facebook. Blame girl.
Blame girl. Blame girl. Da-na-na-na-na-na. I think no, different song. Okay, well, and of course with me, it's Gonzo Radio. On Instagram, at Gonzo Radio Podcast. On Instagram, at Gonzo Radio Sports Desk. On Facebook, at Gonzo Radio. You're going to catch the Gonzo Radio group page and the fan page. You can also catch RUFKM and Double XL Lover, but no, you can't. Those are secret groups. Pay no attention. Don't look at that.
RUFKM is you.
Also on Twitter, at Gonzo Radio Podcast. And the Gonzo Radio Network, of course, www.gonzoradionetwork.com. Bookmark that shit, because that's how we're going to be doing it, kids. Because I'm no longer playing nice with Facebook. Screw them. I will be putting my website on Facebook, and that's it. Because they seem to have a problem with YouTube links, and I'm getting more visibility. Of course, I'm getting none of you losers in the chat room, but that's okay as long as I got you guys watching right there and enjoying and having a good time. So on behalf of myself and Gio and everybody else here at the Gonzo Radio Network, thank you very, very much for watching, and we will see you guys as soon as I get the show under queued up. We'll see you guys next week, 8 o'clock sharp. I believe it's Dan Long next week. More comics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love Dan. See ya.
For Gonzo Radio, this is Super Time 6000 2015 for Gonzo Television Station. You're coming to the greater Sandusky, Ohio area. This is Pirate Bill, and this is Frank Welker saying, watch Transformers.